Avast there. It be too late to alter course, mateys. You come seeking adventure with salty old pirates, eh? Sure, you come to the proper place. But keep a weather eye open, mates. There be plundering pirates lurking in every cove. Sit closer together and keep your weapons, cell phones, pagers, and other devices locked and stowed. There be squalls ahead, and Davy Jones waiting for them that don't obey. Keep the grog flowing and mark well me words, mateys. Dead men tell no Schpiels.
Does my eye deceive me? Oh, it does not. Look at this, the sorriest lot of landlubbers I ever clapped either eye on. Ah, what are you all agawk about? You come seeking pirates, yar? Yar, well, a pirate you found. Allow me to introduce myself. Kosher Salty the Sea Dog, the scurviest pirate that ever sailed the seven seas. What? You were thinking I'd be a little more romantical looking? We can't all be Captain Morgan or Captain Sparrow or Captain Long John Silver. No, the life of a pirate is often hard. I knew him well, poor Yarick. That's a joke. Yar. No, you probably think that pirating is all about wenching and grogging and doubloons, right? Well, yeah, pirating is about wenching and grogging and doubloons, and there's one tale in particular I'm gonna share with you tonight. That's the spiel you be after. But I always like to start off me spiels with a little shanty, and whoa, there's something I need to sing me a shanty. I need me crew. Where ya be, lads? Ah! Wah! Here they are, folks. Settle down, lads. Settle down. Or there be no rations of grog for you tonight. Welcome to the stage, the fiercest crew of pint-sized pirates that ever sailed along the bounding main. You ready to sing with me, lads? Yeah! Oh, that's a good voice. So then if me maestro down there on the stomach Steinway would be so kind as to start us off. Got a deal of a spiel to tell you, lads, a deal of a spiel to try, about Shushan's king and the gals he loved, a night like this with a dome above, a deal of a spiel, and it's no lie, you can ask any rabbi. There was King Ahasuerus and his queen, they were Persian, he'd come dancing anytime he felt the urge, and then one evening Queen Vashti said no thanks. Spin your groggers, I give up. He made her walk the plank. Got a deal of a spiel to tell you, lads, a deal of a spiel to try, about Shushan's king and the gals he loved, a night like this with the dome above, a deal of a spiel, and it's no lie, you can ask any rabbi. Then along came Esther, caught the king's eye in a contest for her beauty, set her high above the rest. The king soon gave her the thrill of her young life. Spin your groggers, oi give off, he made Esther his wife. Got a deal of a spiel to tell you, lads, a deal of a spiel to try, about Shushan's king and the gals he loved, a night like this with a dome above, a deal of a spiel, and it's no lie, you can ask any rabbi. Then there was this guy, Haman. Had it in for the Jews in town. When he'd passed by, his rule was, everyone bow down. Esther told the king Haman wanted all Jews dead. But in a lucky twist of fate, they hung Haman instead. Got a deal of Schpiel to tell you guys, a deal of Schpiel to try. About Shushan's king and the gals who love. A night like this with the dome above, a deal of Schpiel and it's no lie. You can ask any rabbi. Ah! Thank you, lads. Now off you go. Go swab the poop deck. Go splice the main brace. Go climb the mizzenmast. And for goodness sake, someone feed me parrot. We got spieling to do here. And from the sound of it, I think there's already a rollicking good time being had by some.
That's a good song. How wonderful to live as I, a monarch ruling from on high, adored by all who worship me, from desert wide to distant sea. Although a throne is a lofty seat, my realm's protected from defeat, so I carry on with the joy I bring. Your regal son, your Persian king. For I am your Persian king. And it is a glorious thing to be your Persian king. I am your Persian king. And it is a glorious thing to be your Persian king. It is, hurrah, Persian king, hurrah, Persian king. When I sallied forth to seek my bride, unusual methods were applied. I sought an advantageous match with a princess who's a first-class catch. Though many a king tried to win her hand, I jumped in front with a wedding band. Our wedded bliss is heavenly. Her only wish is to please me. Oh, I am a Persian king, and it is a glorious thing to be your Persian king. I am your Persian king. It is a glorious thing to be your Persian king. It is, hurrah, Persian king, hurrah, Persian. I am your Persian king. Gentlemen, there's not been a gathering like this in our lifetimes. Or maybe not in your lifetime, but in my life, in my time. There have been many such gatherings, set to celebrate me and my life, and my times, the time of my life. Where was I? Oh, yes. Why is the rum always gone? Oh, that's why. Yes, but we've everything we need here, gentlemen. Wine, women, song. Well, gentlemen, you're correct. Where are the women?
Your Majesty, why don't you just sing it? About your wife, the queen?
Was I? Oh, I suppose I must have been. Do I detect a distinct impression, gentlemen, that you would like to gaze upon this beauty that I've been waxing poetical about? Yes? Haman! Fetch said... Yes, Haman. Fetch said strumpet from her chambers, that we may prove my words of praise worthy.
By hook or by crook, your highness?
Yes, Haman, do take care how you handle her with your appliance there. Hey,
Dearest Lady Queen, ever beautiful and gracious Vashti, I come at the behest of your lord and husband with a request to join him at his gala fete in the palace. I await your response on my own gallant waiting arm to take you to his court.
What does a man want now? Doesn't he know this is my time to catch up on my stories? Why is he sending lackeys like you to do his dirty work?
Ha ha ha. But dear lady, I have given him me word to return with you by hook or by crook, and Haman never breaks a promise.
Don't talk about hooks near me. And don't give orders to someone above your station. You go tell that pompous, overdressed, boozed up, swaggering whelp of a husband of mine that he can gala up his own fete all he wants. I'm not coming!
Hey, gentlemen, there we are. Haman, you're back.
1,000 pardons, your grace, but I return unsuccessful in my quest.
You come back empty-handed, do you? Oh, Haman, yeah, take it. Empty-handed, you see. Haman, thank you, gentlemen, thank you. Haman, my poor Haman just doesn't know how to talk to women. My tremendous intuitive sense of the female creature allows me a much more affordable way of approaching them. Come, watch, and learn. Watch this. Sweetums, sugar lumps, Snooky.
What do you want? I told your lackey I was busy.
Now, my dear, is that any way to speak about Haman? He's my most trusted advisor. After all, didn't I send him and trust him to bring back my most precious possession, you?
Who are you calling a possession? Wow. Don't you know I'm a princess in my own right? Why, my father is as good a king as you, maybe even greater.
Yes, my dear. Beth, do be careful with the queen, shall we? Yes, my dear, but be that as it may, I'm truly unhappy to have to tell you this, but through an unfortunate series of circumstances which had entirely nothing to do with me, I have to invite you to come back to the palace and share your beauty and your sunny nature with my guests. Savvy?
Didn't you hear what I said? This isn't a good time of the month for me.
Mother's love, woman! What happened to you? I thought you gave that up long ago. Didn't you sell your voice to the sea witch for your legs in order to gain your legs?
But I wanted my voice back for you. I wanted to be able to sing for you. La 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 la.
Yes, dear. Don't speak. No, really, don't speak. I should have known better than to give in to her siren song. Now I seem to have awakened a harpy. Fortunately, I know how to counteract it. The man who did the waking buys the man who is sleeping the drink. The man who is sleeping drinks the drinks while listening to a proposition from the man who did the waking.
So you want me to
toss her overboard?
I don't need you. I've got a life of my own, you know. June, Louise, pack my trunks. We're heading back on the road. I'm ready to revive my career as Ethel Mermaid. There's no business like row business, like no business. I know.
Well, that was an odd turn of events. One moment I have a queen, the next moment, splash, she's gone.
So, what's your plan, sire?
I'm not entirely sure. It's not right for a man to be alone. Suppose I should rebait my hook, eh? Toss my nets out in a wider arc, throw out a line and see what I can reel back in, eh?
So, shall I be telling the cook you'll be wanting fish stew for dinner then?
Oh, quiet, man. The king is talking about a wife, not food.
I wouldn't mind a tasty morsel.
Well, while you ponder that thought, my liege, might I take this opportunity to tell you about something pertaining to the sanctity of your realm? Ah, thank you, my lord. I speak, of course, of a certain population of Jews who have recently submitted a proposal to build a house of worship.
And you're bothering me this? Why? There are many such groups throughout our kingdom. I never bother with them so long as they worship me as their king.
Ah, precisely the point, sire.
Point.
These Jews or Hebrews do not accept your godlike status where they believe in worshipping a single God only.
Do they contribute to society?
Yes.
Do they obey the rules of the kingdom?
I suppose.
Do they pay their taxes?
Well, of course, but
Then
sire...
why are you bothering me with this? There are many such groups like this throughout my kingdom. What makes them such a barnacle on your bum?
Allow me to explain.
A song cue, I was afraid of it.
The Jewish cur is a sorry sort, as weak as the shifting soil. His undermining plan is the toppling of man to enslave and to embroil.
His nose is hooked and his eyes set deep. His cheeks are sunk and he never sleeps. He stalks the streets with a lurch and thud. His bread does mix together with the baby's blood.
His promises are of empty words. He speaks with a forked tongue. He always must bow down when he passes me in town, or I'll have his neck be wrung.
His head should drop with his face down flat at the sight of me in my tricorn hat. His shoulders down while his rump protrudes, and this should be the only way a Jew is viewed. His head should drop with his face down flat at the sight of me in my tricorn hat. His shoulders down while his rump protrudes, and this should be the only way a Jew is viewed.
Haman, methinks your mind exists in a very special place, spiritually, ecumenically, grammatically. But enough of this babble. Whilst you were expositioning, I came up with a plan. We'll hold a contest to find a new bride for me.
A contest?
Yes, a contest, like a bride auction, only the other way around. Who wouldn't want to compete for the chance to marry me? Have you not met me? I'm noble, heroic, worth 4, maybe 3.5 of most men. Did I happen to mention that I'm a king who needs to get married to a girl? Why, I wager the response will be staggering. Send out word. All the eligible wenches are to gather in the main square tomorrow at noon. Mermaids need not apply. Away!
We have so much to do, and if we don't hurry, another holiday will be starting. So I, as president of the Shushan Progressive Egalitarian Congregation for Liberal Judaism, do hereby call the meeting to order. Item number 1, welcome. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here tonight. Now, item number 2, review the minutes from the last meeting. And I call upon our lovely secretary to do so.
Well, the president called the meeting to order.
I did.
And welcome the trustees.
I did. Welcome.
The president then called upon the secretary to review the minutes from the last meeting. The minutes included a lengthy discussion about the pending building project. The design, the location, the permits. And that's as far as we got because there were so many interruptions.
Order, order, order! Get on to today's agenda, and the next item, the building project. It seems we have a new wrinkle. The king's advisor, Haman, has added new zoning restrictions. It seems that if we're going to get our building, we have to be a house of worship, and to be a house of worship, we have to have a spiritual advisor. We need a rabbi.
Who's going to agree to be the rabbi for a congregation that has no building? I thought that's why we're building a building.
And a lovely Byzantine design it is. But in order to have the building, we've got to get the permits to the zoning commission.
So let's get the permits already.
That's what I said. But we've got to get the zoning commission to approve the permits. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. The person who's got to give the permits to the zoning committee to get the approval is the spiritual leader. We need a rabbi.
So what are we going to do?
Please, Cousin Mordecai, can't we rest? I am exhausted. You pushed me too hard.
Esther, I brought you on this journey as my closest relative, not to criticize or comment on my command.
Well, perhaps I should leave you until you're in a more harmonious frame of mind.
Oh, what would you have me do?
Look around you. What do you see?
Why, I see all sorts of strange sights. Manatees, narwhal, hydra. Are those blue hot dogs on the ceiling?
No. Now what do you see?
What? Why, smack my face with a cackle fruit. I know the sight of a synagogue board meeting when I see one. Good tidings to you, sirs. Ladies, am I correct in my assertion that you represent the governing body of a Jewish house of worship?
Well, indeed we do. We are the Shushan Progressive Egalitarian Congregation for Liberal Judaism. Welcome.
Ask him if he's a rabbi.
I will. Say, are you a rabbi?
I, a rabbi, sir, no. I am Mordecai.
Yeah.
That's right, Mordecai, one of the greatest navigators in this region. We have traveled a great distance with the city of Shushan always in our sights.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you the Mordecai who sent a note a few weeks ago, 9 months ago, saying that you're on your way?
That is correct.
But this message says that you're coming from Hamadan. That's just a few weeks travel from here. But we got this email 9 months ago. Are you still on AOL?
It was a long and perilous journey.
Wait a second. Hamadan is not that far away. We see the Hamadan traders here all the time. And they come through here with camels and donkey traders and all kinds of
You
stuff.
should see the donkey.
As I said, it was a long and perilous journey. If I may tell the tale. departed, and so I chose to take her in, because I am big-hearted. Alas, we lived in hostile lands. Time had come to move on. We packed our bags and thus set off the city known as Shushan.
The trek was hard, the road was long, and surely not a smooth one. After many tries, we climbed a rise and found ourselves in Tucson.
The only explanation is the maps must need updating, for there's not a chance a mistake was made while I was navigating. We thanked the friendly natives there and took our leave before dawn and set out on the appointed path to carry us to Shushan.
We traveled light both day and night to reach our destination, but the route increased. We went too far east and found ourselves in Sichuan.
I'm clueless how I could allow our steps to be so shaken, for there was no proof that I'd made a goof in the route that we had taken. A traveler's chart's no work of art. It does not get the job done, and yet still to me it's a mystery how we kept on missing Shushan.
Mordecai's a lamb, but he's still a man, and he will not ask directions. There's an app for that. I got Google Map and found the road to Shushan.
Welcome, welcome. We're so glad you finally got here. Sounds like it was a long and perilous journey.
'Twas.
Oh.
Do my eyes deceive me, Mr. Schmier? Or is one of these people flaunting my authority by refusing to bow down?
No, sir, Haman. It's true. This one here ain't bowing down before you.
Well, boy, bend me, show proper respect due to my high post.
Ah, my good sir, I beg to differ, for I am a Jew, and as such, bow down before no one but God.
That's preposterous. I am the law in this land, one step down from the king himself. Why, I am afforded a godlike status. My rank is so great that all must bow to me.
Oh, your rank is so great, I can smell you from here, and I am offended. I refuse to bow to you.
Who are you to refuse me?
It was a long and perilous journey, for I am
He's a navigator, my lord, from Hamadan. I promise he will cause you no trouble.
See that he doesn't? Mr. Schmier, distribute the proclamations and then follow me promptly.
What are you proclaiming, Schmier?
You heard Haman? I'm to get these proclamations out in a prompt fashion. I'm proclaiming that the king, he's got to find himself a new wife.
What?
Don't you want to know what happened to Vashti?
Vashti?
Something about seafood, I'm not really sure. He needs to know that there's to be a contest.
Contest?
What kind of
Yeah, what's temple, no auction?
Read all about it here. I got to go.
Dashing, debonair, lovable rogue, our king seeks obedient female companion for spirited adventures at home and on the high seas. Must be of marriageable age, free of romantical entanglements, and possessing all teeth. Interested parties should gather in the square at noon. Sirens and mermaids need not apply.
Well, you heard him, sisters. The king wants a new queen. Let's go.
Meeting adjourned. So, a word with you, my lad. It is not wise to stand up to Haman the way you did. Haman is making it very hard for us Jews here in Shushan with his taxes and his restrictions, and I will not have ill tidings befall us at your expense. Keep a wide berth between you two.
Be calm yourself, sir. I shall not rock the boat rocking the boat as they say in my line of work. Ah, Esther! There you are. All of this excitement must have been very tiring for you. Let us away to make a respectable domicile and begin our lives anew in Shushan. Come with me now, this way. I mean this way. Come this way.
All right, quiet please. Everyone form lines. Diagonal lines, please. Yes. Good form. Yes.
Oh, sure. Have to wait for the introduction, I suppose. Oh, show me all the maidens here who've come to vie for my affection. They long for royal love affairs, with me a man of such perfection. To such a one, chosen by me, I swear by Davy Jones's locker, if she my newfound queen would be, except for a mermaid, I'll love her. Except for a mermaid, if she my newfound queen would be, except for a mermaid, I'll love her. I'll love her. I'll love her. Hunka, 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 love. I'll love her. Many maidens sing. Ah, look, she has most of her teeth too. Isn't that marvelous? Lovely, isn't she? Ah, isn't that marvelous? That's very lovely. I know. And look at this one. A little young, aren't you, my dear? I don't know. This one. No, this one. What's this? This one. No, this one. No, this one. This one. No, this one. This one.
This one. Tis Esther. Yes, tis Esther.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that name.
That's okay. Tis Esther.
Yes, that's what I thought you said. Well, my dear, you're certainly lovely, but not all treasure is silver and gold. Look at these lovely bevy of beauties all vying for my attention. What can you possibly offer that they can't?
Funny you should ask that.
Another song cue. Why does that keep happening?
I'm poor little Esther, dear little Esther, lovely and modest and shy. But more than just Esther, beautiful Esther, I've a fine skill set, have I? I'm not merely bragging, but tongues will be wagging. In culinary arts I excel. My talents are ample, I'll give you a sample. Yes, Esther will feed you well. The spoils from my shopping are rather eye-popping. For parties I'm planning to host, the guest can't help tripping to sample pan drippings of succulent game birds and roasts. With omelet eggs cracking, results are lip smacking. I'm famous for pastry and pie. There are no crumbs a wasting at tableside tastings. You'll hear my content diners sigh. So try little Esther, clever, fine Esther, a domestic goddess is she. Yes, crown symbol Esther, now as Queen Esther. Choose your new wife, make her me.
Ladies, will you please shut it? Listen to me. Yes, I lied to you. No, I don't love you. Of course it makes you look fat. I've never been to Brussels. It's pronounced egregious. And by the way, I've never met Pizarro, but I love his pies. And all of this pales into utter insignificance in light of the fact that I have chosen Esther here to be my new first mate. Well, second mate, but first mate. Savvy?
Oh, really, my dear? I'm utterly shocked. First at your insistence at parading yourself around in this spectacle, and then by your assertion of culinary mastery. Why have you not shared this with me before?
I suppose I never thought it was important. I may not be as fine a navigator as you are, Mordecai, but I do know that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Besides, you told me we had to find suitable lodgings, and I have accomplished that handily.
My lady, shall we depart?
Oh, yes, Your Highness.
Things were all fair and above board before he and his kin set foot on our soil. Now they seek to bleed the monkey till naught is left. Well, I'm all chock-a-block with their faddle. Strike the bell to denote the time. I shall not suffer them to interfere with our way of life. But how to accomplish it? Think. Oh, I can't stand it. It's such a simple yet wonderful plan. I roust the king from his throne, so that then I will ascend to unlimited power. I can do anything I please. Kill everyone. That is my sole crusade. I've made my case. Wipe out their race. Kill everyone. Kill everyone. They are no better than swine. The order is signed, no left behind. Blot out their bloodline. Let's start counting the hour. Can't put unlimited power. My part in this lot is fine, and then the king's crown is mine. Mine. Now, to rile up the people. Well, this shouldn't be hard to accomplish. A few well-chosen words about the king, that is, dropped like poison into the right ears, and my path to the throne is assured.
Did you hear what I heard about the king?
About raising our taxes to pay for his party?
And I heard even more. Supposedly, he's cooking up a plan for an invasion, and we're all to be double banked into service on his fleet of coursers.
Oh, he's living it up at our expense and trying to get us out of our civvies into his own use.
I'm not packing my ditty bucks for someone else, not even for this king!
Aye, let's get rid of him.
Now there Here's an idea for chucking up. Who's with me?
Just like grip, a sheriff's rules his land. It's time to slip the power from his hand. Let's lay a plan to rouse him from the throne. We'll take a stand to make our lives our own. So stealthily assassins creep while all the palace is asleep. Let's go and kill our king. A target on his ground and a victory when he's dead. Topple the monarchy with the national treasury. Let's go and kill our king. A target on his ground and a victory when he's dead. Topple the monarchy with the national treasury.
What's this plotting I have stumbled upon? Seems ill fortune broods here. I shall infiltrate this gathering and find out the lay of the land. Ahoy, my good sir! I mean, can you tell me what's brewing here?
Well, it's like this, see. We all been given the wrong go by this George Pompey, who's living himself up on a bar. You see, he's got both sheets aft and he's round the bend. And I say, it's high time we clap him in the elbows and drag him through the bells. Haven't you been listening to the lyrics? We're plotting to kill the king.
It's time to slip the power from his hand. Let's lay a plan to rouse him from the throne. We'll take a stand to make our lives our own. Let's go and kill the king. A target on his ground and a victory when he's dead. Topple the monarchy with the national treasury.
I say we don't grow lots. Hey, that's the
And now my plan is unfolding. Very soon, it'll be the king, and then the Jews. Well, my day is just getting better and better.
Odds bargains! This has turned into a conundrum, such bleating among them. I must warn my dear little Esther of this plot. Away to the palace this way! I mean this way!
This is the life. No more wandering endlessly in the desert. No more trekking after Mordecai. I don't even have to walk if I don't want to. I am living every girl's dream.
Esther!
Over here.
Esther?
Mordecai, I'm over here.
Esther! Esther, we are in great danger. I bring ill tidings. A plot is being hatched to kill the king.
Kill the king? Whatever for?
The what is unimportant. All that matters is that you must act without delay, as lots are being drawn for assassins as we speak.
Assassins? Oh dear, we must warn the king.
We must absolutely warn the king, yet there is more.
More?
Yes, more. The most villainous cur in the realm, Haman, is behind the plotting. He has his sights set on the throne following the king's demise, where he will kill all the Jews of Shushan.
Oh dear. Oh, enough sitting around on my tuchus. This is the time for action. I must think of a way to get the king here in a public place. I've got it. Let's tell him I'm going to throw a huge banquet for him here in the palace. Shall we away?
Wait, yes.
Yes, it's this way.
Hi, take me on, gentlemen, thank you. Yo-ho, a kingly life for me. A toast to being king and all its many shiny rewards. As a career, what could be more rewarding? Drink up, me hearties, I raise a cup in honor of my many loyal subjects worshipping me. Drink up, me hearties, I take only there is treasure enough for everyone. I take only a paltry sum to cover my own expenses, and a chest of jewels for my dear, sweet life. Drink up, me hearties, yo-ho!
Your Majesty, on behalf of the Queen, your wife, my cousin, dear sweet little Estella, who I first...
You're not going to sing her name, are you?
Nay, Highness, I come before you as your humble servant to invite you to a special dining engagement in your honor, brought to you by the Queen, your wife, my cousin.
Yes, I get the idea. Let's move on, shall we? The anticipation is killing me. What could possibly await? What savory delight is there? Let's see. Esther? What could this possibly mean?
Schpiels! I have deceived you.
You have deceived me.
Yes, deceived you. You thought I was a cooking whiz.
And Esther, is that not so?
I'd flunk even a simple quiz.
My world, please don't upset so.
I used my cooking as a lure.
With chicken in a pot, no.
Of boiling water, I'm unsure.
You have to get it hot, oh.
Please allow an explanation for my reckless life.
This defies imagination. What about your pie?
Please, Schpiels.
Esther.
Please, Schpiels.
Esther.
Please allow an explanation for my reckless life. Please allow an explanation for my reckless life. My pie skills notwithstanding, I beg your understanding. My people face a danger that till now was never seen. Haman's deep-set hating has been accumulating. Now it's quite obscene. Now it's quite obscene. Don't be mad, dear sire. Crush your mounting ire. Would you set a monster free to kill the chosen one? Don't be mad, dear sire. Crush your mounting ire. Would you set a monster free to kill the chosen one?
accumulating.
Has been accumulating. He wants to kill the Jews. I too am a Jew.
Faithless Haman to deceive me, how could I not know? Faithless Haman to deceive me, how could I not know? Haman, for your willful commission of crimes against the crown, these crimes being numerous in quantity and sinister in nature, I hereby condemn you to death. Bring on the Lord High Executioner! Ah, there he is, Lord High Executioner. Tremble before the Lord High Executioner.
Whoa, guys, wait, stop. I didn't write anything for the Mikado.
Jemi, wait.
Jemi practiced it.
No, I'm telling you,
I can't work on this.
honestly,
Can someone get my agent on the phone?
No, guys, Pirates Pinafore. There was not a lick of Mikado in the show.
We like Mikado. Come on, Jemi.
Excuse me.
What?
For cases like this, I always have something in reserve.
Okay.
That's good to have something. Somebody knows something that's going on.
I hope you
have to be a professional. I mean, that's just the way it is. All right. I mean, if anybody could do it, Michael could play it. I would think.
Maestro! A little slower. I was the very rabbi of the temple called Beth Israel. I've education, spiritual, practical, and ethical. I know reform responsa, and I quote from text Talmudical, Yerushalmi tu Bavli, in order quite mistaical. I've taught on every type of text from Torah to liturgical. My sermon topics resonate with facts incontrovertible. In fact, I'm the authority on writings by Maimonides. Maimonides. What rhymes with Maimonides?
Orange, I think orange.
When it comes to brilliant thinkers, why we Jews have the monopoly.
When it comes to brilliant thinkers, why we Jews have no monopoly. When it comes to brilliant thinkers, why we Jews have no monopolies.
In God I am believing without circumstantial evidence. I know the proper Hebrew names of each begat in Genesis. In short, in matters spiritual, practical, and ethical, I was the very rabbi of the temple called Beth Israel. In short, in matters spiritual, practical, and ethical, he was the very rabbi of the temple called Beth Israel. I was the rabbi of the temple. It's true that I know who is right between Rav Hillel and Rav Shammai. I know the proper grade of oil to use at this year's latke fry. If arguments about kosher meat dissolve into a brisket war, you'd best agree that corned beef is precisely what you're looking for. Each week I bless the congregants dressed in their Shabbos finery. I even bless the vintners at the Manischewitz winery.
you'll see that I've the special gift of fine halachic aptitude. Aptitude. What rhymes with aptitude? I've got it. For Brit Milah, it's best to use a mohel of exactitude. Was at Hebrew Union College ordination was bestowed on me. I later earned the added title of Doctor of Divinity. But still in matters spiritual, practical, and ethical, I was the very rabbi of the temple called Beth Israel. Still in matters spiritual, practical, and ethical, he was the very rabbi of the temple called Beth Israel.
Rabbi.
Yes.
I am sure I am authorized.
Yes.
On behalf of the Shushan Progressive Egalitarian Congregation for Liberal Judaism to offer you the contract as our spiritual leader, effective immediately.
Does it provide for, let's see now.
Name your terms.
I will name it. I don't know what I should ask for.
How about tenure?
I like tenure. What else?
How about parsonage?
Parsonage. Tenure and parsonage.
Indeed it does.
Young man, you've got yourself a rabbi.
I think it means that we can finally submit the building plans for permits to build a Byzantine-style synagogue in a properly zoned location.
With a dome.
With a dome.
I'll take that if you
With
will,
a dome.
sir.
Yeah, there
Thank
you are.
you.
There you go.
Let's take a look at this. Northwest Flanders. It's a lovely location. Yes, well, it all seems to be in order. According to the laws of our land, made more difficult by Haman, I hereby grant you a house of worship here in Shushan. Welcome to the neighborhood. And as for you, Haman, I believe a keel hauling is in order. Clamp him in irons, make him walk the plank, send him down to Davy Jones's locker. Esther, I can't thank you enough for warning me of Haman's treachery.
Well, it was nothing. Actually, it's Mordecai you should thank. For once, he steered me on the right path.
Yes, but is it really true, darling, that you can't cook?
Not a lick.
Isn't there anything you can make?
Oh, yes.
Good.
Reservations.
Say, Your Majesty.
Yes, thank you. Save us from that joke.
Pardon me for interrupting. But it seems these two youngsters here have developed quite a romantical attachment to each other during the course of our proceedings. Now that we have a rabbi, I think it's high time for a wedding!
A wedding? I love weddings. Drinks all around! present Jennifer Kostiner Mansfield, author, director, costumer, all things possible. Cheers for Jemi. And one piece of information that you may not have had, there was a little bit of an inside joke when we brought that wedding piece at the very end. Because Bernie and Elise over here met 58 years ago at a production of Pirates of Penzance at the Jewish Community Center in Los Angeles. And so we wanted to welcome them and give them a mazel tov. Mazel tov! Thank you so much. We hope you had a great time. Everybody have a fabulous Purim! Yay!